unlock the jukebox. I wanna hear some Jones. My heart ain't ready for the Rolling Stones.
John Foster captured hearts across the country with his soulful voice and humble presence on American Idol Season 23. The 18-year-old quickly stood out not just for his traditional country sound, but for his genuine personality and deep emotional performances. But recently, a cloud of speculation has started to form around John Foster, whispers and rumors that could threaten his standing on the show. Join us as we tell you what you didn't know about John Foster from American Idol.
When the sun goes down on my side of town, that lonesome feeling comes through my door, and the whole world turns.
John Foster Benoit III was born on July 9, 2006, in the small town of Addis, Louisiana, where tradition, community, and family values run deep. He was raised in a household that emphasized hard work and faith. John grew up surrounded by the sounds of classic country music and the strong cultural roots of southern Louisiana. His family owns and operates Benoit's Country Meat Block, a butcher shop that his grandparents opened in 1982. Over the years, the shop has become more than just a local business. It's a gathering place for the community and a symbol of the Benoit family's deep connection to their hometown. Growing up around the family-run business taught John the importance of consistency, humility, and service. These traits have stayed with him throughout his journey. From a young age, he showed a quiet focus and a deep respect for the traditions he was born into. While many of his peers were focused on typical teenage distractions, John remained grounded. John's entry into music came later than most. At age 15, he received his first guitar, a gift that changed the course of his life. With no formal training, he began teaching himself how to play, learning by ear and leaning on the guidance of his uncle, Galen Martin. Rather than chasing trends, John gravitated toward the timeless voices of George Strait, Merle Haggard, and Conway Twitty. Those classic influences shaped his sound. Despite the late start, John didn't hesitate to put himself out there. Through local performances and family connections, he found himself sharing the stage with established country acts like John Schneider and Doug Stone. These opportunities gave him a taste of the professional music world and helped build his confidence. Though he hadn't studied voice or music theory, what he lacked in formal training, he made up for in dedication and authenticity. Before his American Idol audition, John was a high-achieving student with a strong sense of purpose. He attended Brusley High School, where he excelled academically, graduating as valedictorian in 2024. Alongside his studies, music was always a major part of John's life. He didn't just sing, he also dreamed of healing. At the time of his audition, Foster was a freshman at LSU, studying biology with the long-term goal of becoming a singing oncologist, blending his passion for music with a desire to help others. His Catholic faith also played a central role in his worldview, influencing his values and his songwriting. John Foster's American Idol audition was one of the most memorable of the current season. He walked in with a cowboy hat, 3 red coolers full of homemade Cajun food, and the kind of unbothered calm that can't be faked. He didn't try to impress, he was just being himself. He started with Alan Jackson's Don't Rock the Jukebox, but it was Conway Twitty's Goodbye Time that turned heads. His voice had this quiet ache to it, nothing overdone, nothing flashy, just real. Luke Bryan, at first unconvinced, changed his no to a yes mid-audition, clearly caught off guard by how deeply the song landed when John sang it. In a competition where many are chasing fame or record deals, John's reason for singing felt refreshingly different. He simply wants to bring people joy. John is set on becoming a doctor, specifically an oncologist. But music isn't just a hobby for him. His dream is to one day be a singing doctor, using music to comfort and connect with patients. It's the kind of idea that might sound unrealistic coming from someone else, but with John, it feels honest. He's not just in it for the spotlight, he's in it to make a difference. To the viewer's joy, John walked out of the room with a golden ticket, and it was because he made everyone in that room feel something honest. John's most powerful moment on American Idol came when he sang a song he wrote for his late friend Maggie Dunn, who was killed in a tragic car accident on New Year's Eve in 2022. Maggie, a high school cheerleader from John's hometown, was just 17 when she and her friend Caroline Gill lost their lives after a police officer crashed into their car during a high-speed chase. It was a loss that shook the entire community and one that clearly still lives close to John's heart. The song, titled Tell That Angel I Love Her, wasn't just a tribute. It was a grief-stricken conversation with the universe. On stage, John stood alone with his guitar, visibly holding back tears as he delivered lyrics filled with longing, pain, and a kind of grace that can only come from lived experience. The chorus, "Lord, won't you tell that angel I love her as soon as you can," was simple, but it hit hard.
Lord, won't you tell that angel I love her as soon as you can.
There was no theatrics, just emotion. By the end, John whispered, "I love you, Maggie," and wiped his eyes. The room was silent. The judges were visibly moved. Carrie Underwood called it beautiful, praising his old-school country voice and emotional honesty. Luke Bryan admitted the performance removed all doubts about John's place on the show. Lionel Richie said his performance felt like real life. When John shared his grief through his song, it became a moment of real catharsis, an emotional release he hadn't fully reached until that night. The overwhelming support from viewers and judges confirmed he'd done the right thing by opening up and turning his pain into something meaningful. As John continues to rise in popularity on American Idol, making it to the top 10 of season 23, a swirl of rumors and misinformation has followed him into the spotlight. One of the key rumors suggested that John was 24 years old, much older than the age he stated on the show. In reality, he is 18. Confusion also arose around his hometown. While some sources claimed he was from Benton, Kentucky, John clarified that he was born and raised in Addis, Louisiana. Another persistent rumor connected him to country music legend Dwight Yoakam, with claims circulating that Dwight had signed John to Sugar Hill Records. These allegations were entirely untrue. John confirmed he has no personal or professional connection to Dwight and is not signed to any label as of now. Even his name stirred debate. His full name is John Foster Benoit, but he goes by his middle name, something that led to speculation about his identity. He explained that the Cajun food he brought to his audition came from his family's meat market in Louisiana, further reinforcing his deep local ties. While the online chatter hasn't derailed his journey, John's response showed a clear desire to set the record straight and keep the spotlight where it belongs, on his music and performances. Now that John Foster is gaining national attention for his amazing singing, it's no surprise that fans, especially many curious admirers, are wondering about his relationship status. Well, this news might break a few hearts, but John is off the market. He is currently in a relationship with Brooklyn Bourke, his high school sweetheart. The two began dating during their time at Brusley High School, where Brooklyn was a cheerleader. Their bond has remained strong even as John's music career began to take off. Brooklyn has been quietly cheering him on behind the scenes and even traveled with him to Hawaii for his Top 24 performance. She's also been spotted in the live show audiences showing support. While John hasn't made a big show of their relationship, it's clear she plays a steady role in his life. As of now, John's full focus seems to be on the competition, and with each performance, fans are eager to see what song he sings next.